Tell us about the Vermeer.
This is the AX 19. So it's 173 horsepower, Tier 4 final John Deere engine. Runs the self-adjusting auto clutch up in the front, hydraulic jack. It's got a full functioning remote, so if you're just on the skid steer, you can adjust your chute, your deflector, all that. You can control your feed roller direction. You can emergency stop. You can e-stop the whole machine, right, if something freak accident was to happen. So from the full functioning remote, you can do that, but it's a 173 horse engine. It's the same setup we run in the 1800. It's just our Arborist Extreme series, right? So it's got the horizontal feed rollers, dual horizontal feed rollers. We run the rear one.
Dual horizontal feed rollers.
And so we run the bottom one offset out a little ways, where you'll see a lot of guys run them straight on top of each other. They knuckle up. So every time they feed something big, they got to open that upper one, stuff the stuff in, and then let it slam down real quick to hold it. We don't run into the same problem here because you've got
you have an underbite.
You've got a bottom feed roller pulling it in, a top one holding it down. So you're kind of pinning that material down to the ground a little better, down to the feed table.
Yeah, and they're still kind of working together though.
Yep. So that top feed roller, you got a button on each side from our console, and that upper feed roller's got 6,800 psi of down pressure through just the top one, and theoretically it's approximately 12,000 pounds of pulling pressure. So when you're pulling a whole log in here, you'll see it take a lot longer length than what we're used to normally seeing on some of our other vertical feed roller systems, right? We've got a lot of pressure in there holding it down. That makes a big difference for us. Behind the feed rollers, you're 20 by 24, so everything you think will fit, everything that'll go in, it'll chip, right?
It'll fill up the truck.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He says it'll fill up the truck. Is this made for any kind of wood chipping?
Everything.
Okay,
this
so
is the do-all.
So how much of the tree, how much of that maple will it chip those big leaves?
Yeah, you'll take all those. You'll have to get it, some of these little crotches here, right? You're gonna have to slice them the right way, but I don't see anything it won't take from wherever all the main leads come out. I don't see it's gonna take 90% of that.
That's what we want.
I mean, you're gonna.
We don't want to be hauling a bunch of wood
from where the
today.
owl's hanging out. You got 20 inches that you may not be able to. You might have a couple rounds you got to cut that won't fit, but.
Well, I want to mill that big piece later.
Well, there you go. Yeah, like this back one's pretty big, right? You'll be able to take the main branches off of it. Any of those mains are going to go through whole. If you can get them down on the ground and intact, they'll go through whole. That 6,800 psi comes in handy when you start getting into these extra crotches and all this stuff. You're not going to have to touch nothing. Once the feed roller starts to climb up it, you hit that button, it's going to come down and pop it right in half.
You're going to show us how it's done.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we should start on this one really first before we even mess with that little stuff.
Okay.
That'll get everybody more comfortable with it, really.
All right, we'll start on the tree. We got all of these bulbs and bender boards and all this we want undisturbed. And that fir tree comes out. Because they don't like trees around here. So we'll help them out.
11.
11 picks on the maple? Joe? Okay.
Yeah,
Joe says 12. Adam says
like,
10.
Like this.
How many picks, Chris?
Big one.
Say it again.
9.
9 picks, says Chris, the faithful Vermeer. So I'm gonna say 7 picks. Yeah, but we don't want that car there. So, and the fir tree, that's gonna be further away. Further.
For sure.
We'll talk about the fir tree later. Get this one out of the way.
authorization for military force. The president has that capacity now.
Generals gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses. Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death's construction. In the fields of bodies burning, machine keeps turning. Death and hatred to mankind, poisoning their brainwashed minds. Die!
YouTube. Just a passerby, fan of Mr. Haneke and Monkey Beaver, and thought I'd stop by and check out a crane pick or two and say howdy. So, hello YouTube fans.
Monkey Beaver,